We all stand for the pledge, please.
She's got money.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Kathy Aldensee. Here. Nikki Bender.
Here.
Melinda Cook. Here. Joy Sellers. Patrick Sellers.
Here. Here we have a quorum. All right, the first order of business is the approval of minutes for the August 5th, 2019 meeting. And a motion a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Please take a look at these minutes. Mike, how you doing?
Sorry.
Okay.
Hola, Mike.
¿Para mí?
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Sí, bueno.
I do have a question about the thing we sent over to the water and sewer department. Do you have like a timeline or that's to get back to?
No, I will discuss that in a little bit here.
Made a, and he's got to put eat so much himself.
I know I bring this.
Are there any questions on the minutes?
No.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The next order of business is approval of bills payable. Need a motion a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Sellers, second by Aldensee.
Aldensee.
Yes, please take a look at the bills payable.
What's the Mississippi Vital Records?
Somebody's birth certificate?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
The what?
Birth
They
certificate.
ordered a birth certificate.
Mhm.
Oh, what's the 500? Oh, is that one lump sum or?
Where
what's
we
that?
at? Where you at?
Page 2.
Page 2.
No, page 1, I'm
Page one.
sorry. Down, where it says water and sewer, 500.
Where you at?
It's by
I see it.
home relief in that section.
Yes.
They had an exactly $500 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
What about News for You publications? What is
That's a literacy program that we are doing for our customers, some of our clients who are having difficulties reading. We are helping them with their reading.
Is it a program?
It's a program, yes. What it does is they send us a copy of these readers, and our casework supervisor, Jennifer Smith Norman, she goes through and she's teaching them how to read through this publication. So, and they send it to us, I think, a couple of times or a few times per month. They use them in the school district sometimes too.
that? The $600 for hotel,
Mhm.
how many nights was that?
5.
It's pretty good for Naperville.
Yeah.
And Naperville's very expensive.
Well, and that's with the discounted rate that they give the
Oh, that's
Illinois
good.
Property Institute.
Mhm.
And then all the taxes and fees on top of it.
Yeah.
Let's switch the hotel bill for Ben's college.
Any more questions on claims and demands?
The gift cards,
Mhm.
is that, what are those amounts? Are they just different amounts or?
No. They are $25 gift cards.
So is this monthly or
No.
is this, okay?
No.
Okay.
How does one get that? What is the boss?
It's an incentive for the BOSS program. You have to have perfect attendance in order to be eligible for one. Not everybody gets one.
What was the brochures or those, cards? Are those, from Inky Print?
Yeah, those are township brochures.
Brochures?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Just explaining like what township does.
Yes.
Now, is that yearly or what?
No, I think this is our second time ordering some.
This year?
This year, and this will probably be it for this year.
There's not nearly as many water and sewer bills this month,
Mm-hmm.
or this half of the month.
We've had quite a few denials, too. Quite a few.
What was that program, or what were we talking about with the housing authority? What is this? What were we talking about, a limit? No, that was, they can pay.
Minimum shelter expense, MSE?
Yeah,
Uh-huh. We're
Okay.
talking about that.
okay.
And we met with Attorney Phillips, and we're doing some research
Oh, okay.
on that. So
Okay.
I'll have an update on that probably at the next meeting for sure.
Oh, okay.
That's been around for
Mhm. Been around for a while.
time.
Mhm.
It's-
2004.
Yep,
Yeah.
2004.
Yep, I remember when it started.
But the idea is that clients who are getting
Subsidized housing?
subsidized housing will get a lesser grant amount.
Yes, yes. Any more questions on claims and demands? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alden,
Aye.
Cook,
Yes.
Sellers,
Aye.
Bender,
Aye.
Sellers,
Aye.
motion passed.
Motion passed, okay. I got some handouts I want to hand out to everyone, so everybody, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tired? This is our
Sorry.
expenditure to budget report and our, matter of fact, I'm doing one big lump.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'm doing this way. Expenditure to budget report. You have one, okay. I like that.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. There you go. The next is our tax distribution, our second tax distribution.
That I don't know.
Okay, send it around to you. Tax distribution right here.
For you.
There you go.
Just for you.
There you go. There you go. There you go. All righty. The next is, if you guys haven't read, the article that I wrote for the Journal Standard about our EWA program, which got,
They printed it?
oh yeah, I'm surprised that they did. I'm surprised. I'm
That's
really
a whole
surprised.
picture,
I'm
ain't
really
it?
surprised they did. Yeah, the whole picture. I'm really surprised they did. It
You
surprised
need to
me.
update your picture.
No, my picture is fine. And here are the requirements for the water and sewer program. Now, what we are doing, we're going to make an adjustment to the requirements. We're going to require that applicants have their garbage bill paid in full prior to us paying the water bill. We talked about having an good faith payment. Well, there it is. This is the emergency water assistance program, not emergency water and garbage assistance program. So you have to have your garbage bill paid in full prior to us paying for your water bill. Is that okay?
So how are they going to, I mean, I know they itemize it
Uh-huh.
on the water bill.
Mhm.
So they have to make sure that that portion,
Uh-huh. And you have to have that portion paid, and we will contact the water department to verify that it's been paid before we issue payment for.
So you can go in and pay just your,
No. They're gonna have to go into the actual water department to actually pay that portion of the bill.
that's what I mean.
Right.
So they can pay a portion, and then just say, I can't pay the water bill, and they'll take the garbage part.
Now, what's gonna happen is, they're gonna come in and they're going to apply for emergency water assistance. they're going to come to our office. We're going to get a copy of the bill. It's going to show how much is due for garbage, because it shows it on the bill. They give us an itemized bill. Once that portion is paid, then we will pay the portion for the water. It has to be verified, it has to be paid. We've done it already with some good faith payments already. You have to pay something towards your bill. You have to show that something is paid towards the bill. Same thing with if you're doing garbage. You have to pay your garbage bill before we pay your water bill. So they have a skin in the game too. We're not just gonna pay the whole bill.
Okay, because see, on the water bill, they also have the capital improvement. Does that have to be paid too?
That's your water bill.
No, the water bill
No,
is separate.
I know, but
I know.
what Pat's trying to say is, that's part of your water
Yes.
bill.
Oh, it is, okay.
Garbage isn't.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Garbage isn't, so they're gonna have to pay that portion of their bill before we issue payment for water.
Did I hear correctly that the new trash situation is $30 a month or $120 a year? Is that true?
Yes.
Is that bad information? 'Cause that's
No,
insane.
I'm thinking
That's 3 times
No,
as
it's going up
much.
to 16 something.
That's the landscape.
landscape.
Landscape is 120 for the year, or 30 if you do a couple months, 30 per
Okay.
month.
But Lowell Crow put it on where we're gonna get, you know, those
Big-
totes.
Yeah, those big
Right.
totes like they do in the
And I'll
cities.
probably only put mine out once a month, if that. And then it's gonna be,
Yeah.
I thought that's
Yeah.
gonna be $30 for those 2 totes.
I think that was going up to 16 or 17.
It's
Sixteen
going up to
seventy-five.
17 on
17.
this
Yeah.
before we
A
make
month
any
for the
moves
garbage.
on how it will affect people's ability to pay their water bill, because I think there's a lot of confusion right now about what's going to
Yeah.
happen with
Right.
trash and
Well,
how
yeah, I
it's all
proved
gonna
that.
work. Yeah.
Well, what I want to do, is to make sure that we are being as responsible as possible with the money that we are using towards these water bills. So I understand your concern, absolutely. And,
If people's trash isn't being taken away, it's likely getting burnt, which is not the best for our air
no, it's not.
and water.
And it's illegal.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
illegal.
nobody's.
But
Right.
regardless of that, and I understand all that, but regardless of that, if we wanna make them accountable for something, you know, paying your $16 or your $30 or whatever you gotta pay versus paying $360 or $300. Hey, if somebody gonna give me my $300 and I just gotta put 30 to it, baby, I'm gonna try to find me some kind of hustle up me my $30 so I can get my water bill paid.
Right.
You know, you gotta do something in the game. Everything can't be just here. We gonna help you out, you know, so I understand the garbage, but that's not a lot. The 16 or the 30 but I think the initial part is the 30 or the whatever it is, but after that, it's the 16 whatever a month. So instead of 14,
Is it
it's-
once they deliver
Patrick,
them?
can I?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, I believe the landscape is still gonna continue to be billed directly from the garbage company.
Yes.
So that's not even gonna go on your water bill.
Right.
That
It
30
doesn't.
or 120,
Right.
it's
Right.
only gonna be the monthly.
And that's
garbage
if you
pickup.
choose to be a part of the program, right?
Right, that's only,
Right.
right.
What would you do otherwise?
Right, I don't know,
Well, there's a lot of people that don't have,
right.
Have their own
the
personal
waste.
landfill?
Right,
Yeah,
they'll burn it,
yeah, I
or
don't
take
know
it
how they
some
do
up to
it.
somebody's farm to do it.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do.
We have a neighbor right down the street that has a bag on the back of her
Just left it there.
lawnmower
They took
instead
it
of
out.
mulching it. So, you know, if she lets it go a couple
They're not
weeks,
gonna look when they come out.
and
They don't
she
get out of the
uses
truck.
the service, and to me, it's like,
Maybe that's where people in the country can make a hustle. Bring your garbage out here, we burn it. Hey.
They
Well,
can
she
do it
does-
out in the country.
she does
Pay
grass
the water
and
bill, right?
clippings and
Wow,
That's the way to hustle.
branches.
Wow.
Everybody
Joy.
hustles on.
Choice.
wow.
Bring your garbage out here, we'll burn it.
Okay. I want to bring something else to the board's attention.
So we're done with the water.
Just hold, no, I want to tell you about the water agreement.
Oh.
I sent it off, I got a response back from City Manager Crow. saying that it has to go before the council, and it would be going before the council tonight. Then I got an email back from City Manager Crowe saying he has some questions, has to be sent to his attorney, which is fine, I understand. So I waited and waited, and Friday I sent an email, and I said, I looked at the agenda, I don't see the agreement on the agenda. So lo and behold, this morning at 9:54, I get an email saying that the attorneys are still looking over it, and we'll have some recommended changes. I said, I totally understand. Thank you so very much. As long as their changes don't interrupt the content of the letter or the spirit of the letter, I'm going to be fine with it. And the spirit of the letter is this: we want you to use the money that we're paying to the EWA program to repair our water and sewer infrastructure. As long as it doesn't mess with that, I'm fine. Is that okay, Mike?
Well, depends on what the changes are, but yes, there could be other significant changes.
Right.
That didn't affect that one.
But I don't want that changed. That's the
Oh,
part I
I
don't want
understand that,
changed.
yes, we've talked about that.
Okay. So I'm waiting on them to send us back their changes. And Trustee Cook, when you talked about a timeline, I am going to ask them to have their changes back to us by Monday of next week. I think that's enough time for everybody. They've had it for a while. It's enough time for you to go through and find your changes.
Ain't that many pages.
Exactly. So that'll be my suggestion. And it won't be a strong suggestion, Mike. It'll just be a suggestion, okay?
You're the boss.
So if they come back and they say they don't like it and they got a bunch of changes, then what do you do?
Well, we're gonna look at the changes that they have, and again, as long as the changes don't disrupt the spirit of the agreement, I'll be fine with it. Now, if they flat out say they don't want to sign it, we got to cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay.
Okay, which I don't think they're going to say that. They're going to have some changes. I'm highly down that they're going to say they're not going to sign it, because I got quite a bit of feedback from people about my article in the paper and about the intergovernmental agreement. They were very happy about it. So I don't think it will be a wise decision for them to do it. It's their decision whether they want to sign it or not. But like I said, I got a lot of feedback from a lot of citizens saying that it was a great idea and that's something that we should do. So, all right.
Okey-dokey, Smokey.
All right. Now,
Now we done with that.
I got one more thing I want to tell you guys. I know you guys are probably tired of me, but I'll be done in a second.
Okay.
I would like to let the water program run through February, okay? We started in February. That gives us an entire year to gauge how much we've spent, okay?
Right.
What does the board think?
So we're leaving it at the amount that we have up until February. And
What-
then when February comes, we see where
What
everything
amount?
is. The amount that we had put in place, the
Now-
20,000 or whatever.
We're over that amount.
I want to change now.
We're over that amount.
Yeah, we were
So,
over that.
yes, we're over that. So what I want to see is how much we're going to spend and gauge it from there. Now, what do you guys think? If you guys want to change the threshold amount, we can do that. But I want to let the
Up or
program run.
down? I mean,
No.
anyway.
You guys are deciding whether you want it. You guys decide. But I want the program to at least continue through February, give us a full year of the program.
Oh, I don't have a problem with the full year. I just have a problem with, you steady, constantly. I just got some issues, but that's.
Okay, well, give them to me.
I'm just.
I think these people just have to learn that, it's not a handout. It's a
Exactly.
hand up.
Exactly.
There you go.
And that's the only way you're going to make them responsible.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but they're going to have to do it. Because I believe a lot of these same people will be back here next year for the same help.
Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I
Trustee.
have
Cook.
a point. Well, on the, what is it? So, if you look like on the
Mhm.
expenditure report,
Mhm.
right, we're at 149%
Mhm.
on programs, but that's because we have that program.
Coming out of there, the water.
That's
right.
all, that extra 9,000 on there, that's what we've spent so far?
That's our
Or
entire,
that's other programs too?
no, that's the entire water and sewer, entire water program.
What is that over there? On page
On
one?
page 2, look on page 2. I want to bring everything to you guys'
Does
attention.
it say water?
It says programs, and that's the program
Oh,
that's,
what it says.
right.
Okay, I see it, I see it.
So like, but then on the total general assistance relief expenses, we're at 29%, which is seemingly where we should be on most things, because
Mhm.
that's where we are on salaries
Right.
for the fiscal year. So we haven't overspent,
In GA?
yeah.
No,
Even though it says 1.9, because like the shelter and rent is only at 10%.
right, no, we haven't overspent.
So, mean to say, like if, I mean, we shouldn't have an unlimited amount
No.
for the water and
No,
sewer
absolutely not, no.
program. But how many months has it been going on?
It's been going on since
February.
February.
Almost 6 months.
Six. We should have a cap on that, maybe.
Okay.
I
Right,
agree.
you don't think it should just be
No, I-
limitless?
right.
No,
I agree.
no, not limitless. What I want to do is, we're doing it as a pilot program.
Mhm.
How are we going to be able to gauge
The need.
the need and and if we want to do it again next year? If we cut it off now, we won't know how much to budget for next year. This is for budgeting purposes. So that's what I'm saying. This is for budgeting purposes. This is our research right here. We'll be able to know just how much we're going to budget. We're going to have this much, and that's it, based off of what we've done for this year.
And I don't have a problem. I think my concern is that part of what Nikki said, you're gonna have the same clients coming back February 3rd or February 9th,
Now-
or whatever it is.
Now, hold on.
Wait a minute,
All right,
wait
go
a
They
ahead.
can come back next year.
They're gonna come back again because I can get a system, which I know you're gonna watch and see what they're playing.
Till next year.
But you're saying they can come back with another hardship, you know? I'm just trying to figure out, how are, some of these people, what were some of the people's way of paying back if they were getting their water shut off and stuff back before this program came? How were people getting their water and stuff turned on?
You had United Presbyterian, you had St. Vincent de Paul. They were doing water service. They're not doing water service anymore. United Presbyterian Church is closed down.
Probably because they was doing the
and,
water, no.
No.
It's different.
And St. Vincent de Paul just aren't doing it anymore. So no one else is doing water services but us. Now, here's where things can change. This is our program, and we can change the criteria to the program if we want. We can say, hey, you can't come back once every other year, or you can only come once every 2 years. It's our program. We can change it to however we want it to look.
Yeah.
So if you guys say, well, if you had the same people coming back next year, well, we don't have to have that.
Right.
It's entirely feasible that the same people would also have a hardship next year, because if they're still in the same income situation, like working a minimum wage job,
Everything
have a couple
went up.
kids, and all the ways that the world works, if you don't make any money, then you might, just like you would get an EITC every year, maybe the township water bill assistance is something that just helps them get through the year, every year. Like that's a thing, that's how.
But you don't wanna get people
You don't
where
want,
they're dependent.
right, you don't,
Yeah.
ideally, not everyone is the same client year after year. Ideally, people get out of, not ideal situations.
Right.
But
I
ideal
mean, that's
don't always work
ideally,
out.
but you got too many people just,
But these are emergency situations. Not every year at the same day your car is going to break down,
Right.
or
Thank God.
so
Or have a heart attack,
right, or something like that.
somebody went to the
or a broken
hospital.
arm.
Right, but this is our program. We can adjust and tailor our program to the way we see fit, within the confines of the law. Right, Mike, you gonna smile about that one?
I'm not gonna smile about it, but that's correct.
Thank you, okay.
You don't do too much
No,
smiling.
do too much smile. You gonna smile about that one, man, or what?
I think it would be good, well, we could let it just go on and see how much it totals up to, but then maybe that would be encouraging of the idea that it is like a limitless thing.
Right,
And
Right.
Would it be
I don't
better?
know, it's at 29 right now.
but the day the program started, what day was it? No.
Second
Like
part
if-
of February.
Right, it's in February.
What would happen if the shelter rent budget amount we hit 100,000 on that, would we keep giving out township grants, even though that would be above?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay, so if we hit, okay, just like, this is a program that's helping, I'm glad she brought that up. Just like with, all the other ones, the program for funeral and burial. If we already hit the 500, are we gonna still, somebody else come in, we're gonna give them another one? Are we gonna keep, do we just keep, even though we hit that budget and we got somebody else that's coming in, hey, they come in even with training and conference, they found out it's another one, this one better than the other one, you know?
No, but on the general assistance,
You can.
yes.
Oh.
Yes.
The
Right,
rest of that is administrative, and we can't just be
right.
like,
Now,
oh,
without-
now you,
without getting permission to move
a
money
very
around.
Right.
specific permission, whereas the primary mission of township is the general assistance. So, and we do have funds beyond what is budgeted.
Food, personal clothing.
Mhm.
So once we reach the 30,000, do we still go over or no?
We're to provide basic maintenance needs, food,
Uh-huh.
shelter, clothing. So
Right.
if we go over that,
Uh-huh.
and we have money in
another account.
we have to provide that.
Okay.
Because if not, we're opening
Unless we have
ourselves
no
up.
money.
Unless
So-
we are totally broke and zero, and
Which we are
then
not.
then we still
Right.
have to find a way to
Right.
provide it.
Well, can you so this 9,000 that
Taxing more.
we have went over, so where are we getting that from now?
What?
Okay, we were budgeted at the 20,000,
Mm-hmm.
so now we're at 29,846.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we getting the $9,846 from?
We have money in the funds.
Yeah, I
It's, it's,
know,
it's,
I
it's
know
not
we
like
got money,
once
but-
the 20 is absorbed, there's no money there. There's still money there.
Total
Okay.
GA account.
Right.
Right.
Oh, okay, so you went to, so it's the total GA account.
Right. So we
it's not
still have
just-
money in there. It's not like, well, here's 20,000, and once we issue it out, it's dry. No, there's money there.
So we could take from the other areas. in
To
the
do a
GA.
line item transfer, but we have to do a line item transfer to do that. The auditors explained to us like this: if we are doing a pilot program and we overrun with money, let the program write out to see how much it's going to be, and then amend the budget before before the new
end of the year.
before we start a new budget for the end of the year.
So should you be pushing that to the end of our fiscal year so we know or not?
No, I'm going to push it to February
Okay,
because that's the start of the program.
okay.
So, and then we can amend the budget from there. We'll have an exact amount of how much we spent and how much we can budget for the following year. That's why I'm doing
And in
it.
that case, once the money is gone and we can't distribute any more money after that, we've established a budget amount.
Once we've established a budget amount, and we're gonna budget, and we all agree to have the program for next year, and someone comes in for assistance, we're gonna assist them.
After February?
Yes.
How, because then, wouldn't then it keep going up until May?
The reason why,
Then we wouldn't know.
right, well, the reason why I said February is because that's when the program started. And Liz wanted to have it because we have to have, if we're going to amend the budget, we need the 30-day layover, we need the entire public hearing, we need all that, so we're going to need time for that. So that's why I said February,
That makes sense.
right? Because it's just like doing a whole new budget once we amend the budget, once we amend it.
Then, would it be, if there's a line transfer, where would that come from?
Well, for this, we have to amend the budget. It won't be a line item transfer for this. We have to amend the budget.
Amend the budget?
Yeah, because it's only, how much can we go up each line, Mike?
I think it's 10%.
10%
The aggregate.
of the
Which
aggregate.
this line is far.
Right, so amending the budget, for a line item, so a line item transfer wouldn't work for that. We'd have to amend the budget.
And it would be like out of the general assistance, because this is just a general assistance budgeted
Mhm.
amount, there is more unbudgeted.
Yeah, we have, Mike, we would put money into this line once we do our amend the budget, and that'll come out of the,
The the unused funds in the same account.
Yes,
We
unused
can
General
funds.
transfer
assistance,
it.
like
Right.
reserves.
Right, it'd be reserves, right, that's the word I'm looking for, reserves, so it'll come
Well,
out.
no, that's not what I said.
General assistance, the unused amount in the general assistance line.
You're right, the appropriations, if you're
Right.
not gonna use it, you have extra money in other line items, you can
Right.
transfer that. Or you can do a supplemental budget, which is a whole different thing.
Like if
Right.
it got beyond this 144, then you would need to do that. You need to get it from a different account, but otherwise.
No. I'm highly doubting that we're gonna reach $100,000 in our rent and shelter line.
Right.
I'm highly doubting that. So there's money left over in that line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm highly doubting that we're gonna reach 20,000 in our utilities line.
Yeah.
There's money left over in that line as well. So we have money left over to where we can, put into this line. So once we amend the budget, it'll be
Okay.
amended and all that good stuff. Okay?
That's,
Yes. Because it doesn't make sense for us to amend it now,
And we don't know what we amended.
and then we still have a gauge of what we're gonna spend for what we possibly spend for next year.
we could also decide after seeing the amount to budget less than
Right.
that.
Absolutely.
Just to
Right.
cap it, right? Because
Right.
this is not a required program the same way
No.
the rest of the
No,
things are.
no, right. We don't levy for EA. So we are only required by law to provide GA, not EA.
Extra.
Right.
assistance.
Right. Emergency assistance.
Emergency assistance.
Emergency assistance. Okay? All right. The next order of business, and where's my agenda? You have it?
No idea, I have no idea.
Got it right here. The next order of business is the assessors report.
Keep it short and sweet, we're just working on finalizing our values for this year, and I have nothing else new to report.
Okay. Next order of business, trustees report. Trustees. All right, next order of business is public comments. Any public comments? No? Okay. Any other business coming for the town? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn until September 3rd, 2019.
Tuesday.
That's right.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Thank you for reminding me that. On Tuesday.
September 19th.
September 3rd, 2019.
Okay, you made, who Sellers made the motion, who seconded it?
Yes, who?
Second.
Cook, okay, fine.
All righty. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.